Hey everyone, so let's talk about AI. It's totally changing the game in academia, right? We've got these super powerful tools at our fingertips, but the big question is, how do you actually use them the right way without getting into trouble? Well, that's exactly what Nazarbayev University Library is helping us with. They've put together some amazing guides and we're going to dive right into them.
So, you're probably thinking about using AI for your schoolwork, or maybe you're already playing around with it. And that's awesome. But look, the conversation isn't really about if you should use AI anymore. It's all about how. How can you use it smartly and ethically to actually make your work better? And boom, that's exactly where these two new guides from the NU Library come into play. They're basically your roadmap. First up is Artificial Intelligence Literacy, which is all about getting the basics down. Then there's AI Tools for Research and Study, which gets into the nitty-gritty of what you can actually do. Put them together, and you've got everything you need to use AI like a pro.
Okay, first things first. Before you even think about jumping into all the cool AI tools out there, you gotta build a solid foundation. That's why we're starting with the first guide all about AI literacy. This is step one, the absolute essential starting point.
So, what in the world is AI literacy? Well, the guide breaks it down really nicely. It's a mix of a few things: knowing how AI actually works, being able to look at what it spits out and think critically about it, and of course, using it ethically. Honestly, you can think of it as a brand new core skill every student needs today.
What's really cool is how the guide splits AI literacy into two different levels. You've got basic literacy, which is the hands-on stuff, learning how to write a great prompt, spotting when the AI messes up. But then there's critical literacy, and that's where you start thinking bigger, asking questions about bias, privacy, and how this stuff is affecting society. And yeah, you really, really need both.
And they make it super easy to follow with this simple four-step plan. First, you understand what AI is and how it ticks. Second, you identify all the different tools and apps out there. Third, and this is so important, you evaluate everything: the good, the bad, the risks, the biases. And finally, once you've done all that, you use the tech responsibly. Simple, right?
All right, so once you've got that literacy foundation locked down, it's time for the fun part: exploring the actual tools. And that brings us perfectly to the second guide, which is all about AI tools for your research and studying.
The guide kicks off with a piece of advice that is just so on point. It says, hey, don't just go for the most famous or powerful AI. The real secret is finding the right tool for the specific job you're doing. I mean, think about it. Are you trying to brainstorm, or are you trying to get a summary of a super dense paper? Your goal totally changes which tool you should pick. And this guide is super practical. It actually organizes the tools based on how you do research. So if you're right at the beginning, just trying to find some literature, there's a section for that. If you're deep in the middle of a lit review or trying to summarize articles, yep, there are specific recommendations for that too. It's laid out perfectly.
Okay, here's a pro tip from the guide that a lot of people just don't know about. AI isn't just ChatGPT or some other website you have to go to. Your university databases, Scopus, Web of Science, JSTOR, they're building AI features right into their systems. So you might have access to some seriously powerful AI already, and you didn't even know it.
Okay, so let's say you get the big ideas and you've picked a tool. Now what? Well, we have to circle back to how you actually use it effectively. And that really comes down to two things: mastering what you put in and being super critical of what comes out.
The AI Literacy Guide brings up a term that you're going to hear a lot: prompt engineering. It sounds fancy, but it's really just the skill of asking the AI the right question to get a great answer. If you're vague, you get vague junk back. But if you're specific, if you're clear, if you give it context, that's a total game changer for the quality of the results.
And now we need to talk about the biggest, scariest warning sign. AI can hallucinate. What does that mean? It means it can just make stuff up, completely invent facts, sources, and data out of thin air and present it to you like it's 100% true. It'll look real, it'll sound convincing, but it's total fiction, and for academic work, that is a massive, massive risk. So, how do you avoid falling for these AI hallucinations? The guide gives you a battle plan. Basically, you have to become your own fact checker. You've got to question everything it gives you. Check its claims against real, trusted academic sources. The motto is simple, and you should burn it into your brain. Never trust, always verify.
Okay, this brings us to what might be the single most important part of this whole conversation. Using AI is not a get-out-of-jail-free card. Your academic integrity is everything, and these guides are super clear on how you can use AI without compromising it.
Before you even think about using an AI tool on an assignment, the guides give you this non-negotiable checklist. First thing, check with your professor. Are you even allowed to use it? You have to ask. Second, think about stuff like copyright and privacy. What happens to the data you're typing in? And last but not least, always remember your main goal is to be responsible and ethical. Period.
The number one question every student has is, okay, but how do I cite this stuff? Well, don't worry. The AI Literacy Guide tackles this problem head-on. It gives you clear, step-by-step instructions so you know exactly what to do.
And we're not talking about some vague advice here. The guide gets super specific with formatting rules for all the big citation styles you'll need. APA, Chicago, MLA, you name it. It's an unbelievably useful resource that just takes all the guesswork out of it for you.
So when you put it all together, what's the big takeaway? It's this. AI is not supposed to be a shortcut so you can avoid doing the work. Think of it as a powerful assistant. It's there to help you brainstorm, to help you organize, to help you understand things better. It's a tool to make your own work even stronger.
Ultimately, these guides make one thing crystal clear. The power and the responsibility is in your hands. This amazing technology is here to stay. So the final question isn't about the tech itself, it's about you. How are you going to use it to build knowledge?